Hi, Ethan Stokes here with Pond King Lake Pro Tackle. Today we're going to go over some offshore structure and stuff I like to fish in the summertime for largemouth bass. All right, we're going to use the Navionics web app here on the computer and show you a few of these locations. So we're going to start off here. This is actually Lake Fork. And one of my favorite things fishing sometimes, big main lake points, ones that extend way out into the main body of the water. And it just provides a big feeding dinner tray for largemouth bass as they put shad and other bait fish up on top of these to feed. Another good thing to have near it is when you have a creek channel swing pushing right up on it. Always has good available deep water habitat for these fish to move off into in the heat of the summer or when they're not actively feeding. Another thing, we're going to back out of here and go up the lake a little further and find offshore humps are always a good spot for find active fish feeding. It's always one of my favorite ones to fish because they're easy to find and they're usually easy to fish, and the fish that when they're on them are usually active. So again, we also have a creek channel button up next to it, also just to increase your chances of finding bigger fish nearby. All right, now we're going to back out of here and we're going to head on over to Lake Dardanelle over here in Arkansas, where I used to go to college. And for more riverine style environments, lakes that have a constant current running through it, main river ledges are always going to be a good target in the summertime. So Pickwick, Kentucky Lake, Lake Dardanelle, all these fish will move out to the edges from spawning habitats, move out here and on the summertime just wait for the current to roll fish over some of these little indentions here. Another thing is offshore roadbeds. Another thing, just a hard bottom right there offshore, just allows fish to move up there, find a good crayfish diet, and also ambush locations for gizzard shad. So anytime you combine them, here's another big main lake point coming out with a roadbed right on top. It's always a good spot to look for in the summertime. I like to find them up on top of channel swings. Is always a good one too on the riverine environments. And a lot of times you'll find big shell bars too. So the best way to find them is start dredging a big crankbait down there, and a lot of times you'll pull up some shells with it. So if you find that, make sure to hit it again, slow down on it, and you'll usually find a fish. This spot actually I pulled a 7-pounder off of a couple weeks ago. So if you know where it's at, good luck.